Fade in. Interior, Dusty's apartment, hallway. Too damn early morning. An eerie electric hum draws us down a confined one-bedroom apartment. A large tarantula scurries into frame and leads us the rest of the way into the living room. The hum, now louder, reveals an obscene amount of glass terrariums lining the walls. Inside them lives any hell creature that can slither, crawl, or bite. The hairy-backed arachnid climbs over a remote, firing up an old 80s-era tube TV. TV screen. A Ranger Z5 20C powerboat rips by camera. Dack Wellington's 50s toupee hangs by the last ounce of glue, and his camera person, 30s, struggles to maintain their footing.
Don't drop the camera.
Back in apartment. A figure pops into frame from a deflating air mattress resting at the foot of the couch. Dusty Douglas, 30s, cracks one eye open. Her hands reach around furiously for the remote.
We're riding shotgun with 25-time Bassmaster champion Hank Largemouth Douglas.
On TV screen, camera pans over to catch Hank Douglas, 50s, behind the helm, jamming to 80s rock, not the well-remembered stuff.
Bringing a Dack Wellington Channel 11 exclusive here on Hank's Home Away from Home, Lake Winnetonka. Hank, can we slow down for a couple of questions? Going a little fast.
You think that's fast, Dick, do you?
It's Dack. And just hard to conduct an
You're
interview.
gonna peel that TV makeup right off your face there. That's a largemouth guarantee.
The boat rips to the left. Dack and the camera person launch into the frigid lake with a splash. Click. The TV dies. Dusty tosses the remote on the couch.
Morning, Dad.
Hair a mess, with her soul not far behind, she stumbles towards the bathroom. Interior, Dusty's apartment, bathroom, minutes later. Splashes water on her face. Hair goes up into a ponytail.
My name is Dusty Douglas. Yep, you heard that right. It was a real disappointment when I came out with a V instead of a P. But Dad was pretty attached to that name, so here we are.
Interior, Dusty's apartment, kitchen, minutes later. Pours cheap coffee into her trusty thermos. The time on the coffee maker reads 3:45 a.m.
To say our family lives and breathes bass fishing would be an understatement.
Flash to Interior, Douglas home, Christmas, years ago. Hank, dressed like Santa, with Dusty, 6, on his lap.
What do you want for Christmas, little lady?
A Barbie dream house with a garage and an elevator.
You know what's even better?
A Barbie Corvette.
A tackle box.
He whips out a heavy metal tackle box from Santa's sack.
Thanks.
Flash to Exterior, Douglas home, Halloween, many moons ago. A freshly carved pumpkin glows in the windowsill. Hank Jr., 5, walks out the front door, dressed as a fisherman with a toy boat around his waist, fishing pole in hand.
That's my little brother, Hank Jr. From the day he arrived, my dad and him were best buds, and I was just along for the ride, I guess.
Attached to Hank Jr.'s line is Dusty, 7, dressed as a mermaid. She waddles off the porch to catch up, and then on the last step, trips and faceplants. Beverly, 30s, rushes from the porch to Dusty's side.
That's my mom, Beverly. She was the glue that held our family together.
Beverly whips out a pocket knife and cuts the line. From her purse, a Power Ranger outfit emerges.
She's the only one who got me.
The mermaid costume drops into a muddy puddle as Power Ranger Dusty and Beverly run to catch Hank and Hank Jr. Flash to Interior, living room, Easter. Easter baskets are filled with chocolate fish and gummy worms on actual fish hooks. Hank Jr. goes to eat a worm, but Beverly swoops in and grabs it. Shoots Hank a WTF look.
She also stopped my dad and brother from accidentally killing themselves. A lot.
Flash to Exterior, Douglas family front yard, 4th of July. Hank lights a firecracker dubbed the Teeth Rattler and rushes back to the porch with Hank Jr. and Dusty. The fuse reaches the end, but then nothing.
Well, it looks like a dutter.
Hank walks towards it. Boom! A massive fireball propels the teeth rattler into the air, and Hank, flat on his ass, pant legs on fire. Literally. It climbs into the air like a missile, and then just as quickly reverses course and heads straight for Hank's new dual-wheel truck.
Not the dually!
The rattler rips through the windshield, engulfing the cab in blinding rainbow-colored flames.
Awesome.
Beverly rushes out with a fire extinguisher, gives Hank's pants a quick spray down before heading towards the truck.
Hi, Carol. Gonna need the fire department. Yep, he set his truck on fire again.
Flash 2. Interior, Dusty's apartment, living room, present. Dusty snags her phone from the side table. A photo of Beverly adorns the lock screen. She stares at it a beat, smiling.
My mom was the best, but then she died, and everything changed.
Flash 2. Exterior, cemetery, rainy day. Hank Jr., 9, and Hank are frozen in disbelief. Both look completely lost. Dusty, 11, fights back tears, holds tight onto Hank's hand, because it's what her mom would have done.
Dad tried his best.
Flash 2. Interior, tour RV, bedroom, night. Dusty and Hank Jr. snuggle up, listening to Hank spin a yarn.
My pole started to quiver, and I just knew. Slowly, I start bringing her in. The shadow eclipsed the water, and I knew it had to be.
Hank Jr. hops up in bed. Dusty's heard this 100 times.
Mossy Moses.
You're goddamn right, Mossy Moses.
Exterior, lakeside parking lot, continuous. We pull back from a giant RV with a huge, largemouth Hank Douglas logo plastered on the side.
If you've never heard of Mossy Moses, he's a very specific urban legend around these parts. Supposedly, he's the largest and oldest bass in Minnesota. So old, his back is covered in moss.
Flash 2. Interior, Dusty's apartment, living room, present. Dusty throws a chef's jacket in her backpack.
The next 10 years, we lived on the bass tour like Carney royalty. Hank Jr. joined Team Douglas, and me? Well, I rent a corner of a living room from my roommate Janet and her...
Dusty reaches for the keys on the table near the front door, just in time for the tarantula to climb onto her hand. Dusty damn near jumps out of her own skin.
Fuck! Janet!
Title card, Bite Me.